Hello everyone, in this video we go to talk about physical and logical security by second group. The members are Sofiani, Alsumi, Dalva, Aprilia, Angreni. So let's get started. In network system, computer hardware and peripheral devices include Albright's, routers, gateways, switch, modems, hubs, telecommunication media, and any other device involved in the physical transmission of data. These pieces of equipment must be adequately protected against physical damage resulting from natural disaster, such as earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, and flood, as well as other dangers, such as bombings, fires, power surges, theft, vandalism, and unauthorized tampering. Controls that protect against these threats are called physical security controls. A number of key types of physical security controls should be deployed within an organization, including a. Physical locks have four types. Firstly, conventional keys. Secondly, electronic access badge. Thirdly, cyber lock. Fourthly, biometric lock. B. Security guards. Security guards are an important component of an organization's overall physical security program. Although the guards are not police, they are deterrent to theft, danger in the workplace, and other illegal and unauthorized activity. C. Video surveillance camera. Video surveillance camera are an additional control that can act as an effective deterrent to unauthorized activities and provide critical evidence in criminal prosecution and employee misconduct. D. General emergency and detection controls. Alarms, sprinkler system, and fire extinguisher are periodically inspected by local fire departments to ensure compliance with fire codes. Alarms should be installed at strategic locations throughout a facility for both safety and security reasons. E. Heating, ventilation, and cooling system. Computers survive best in a cool, dry, dust-free environment. Faulty or poorly maintained ventilation system can lead to poor health of the staff. F. Insurance coverage. Insurance will be maintained to cover computer hardware and software at replacement cost and the cost to recreate lost data. G. Periodic backups. Procedures will be in place to perform periodic, daily, weekly, monthly backup of system software, application programs, and data, as well as storage and rotation of the backup media. For example, magnetic tapes, disks, compact disks, to a secure offsite location. H. Emergency power and uninterruptible power supply system. An emergency power system consists of a generator and the necessary hardware to provide limited electrical power to critical operational areas within a facility. The UPS system acts as a buffer between the outside power source and the computer equipment, so that power surges and spikes are minimized. I. Business resumption programs. BRP sometimes referred to as disaster recovery programs, but this phraseology infers that the program applies only to disasters. The BRP should be as brief, concise, and easy to read as possible, while still retaining the key procedure necessary to ensure that all steps are carried out in a timely and appropriate manner. J. Key aspect of an information system business. For full-blown information processing disaster, an organization BRP should provide for alternate information processing sites, hot sites, cool sites, vendor sites, and reciprocal sites, or for commonly deployed alternative information processing sites. K. Backup System Security Administrator. Granting complete control over a computer system to one individual is one of the most common control weaknesses in the real world. The auditor should examine trained backup system security administrator (BRP) and procedure to back up software and data to enable the system to be restored in the event of a system restart.
Logical security, the initial to protecting an information system from unauthorized access lies in the design and programming of logical security control in the system, whether it is an operating system, a database management system, or an application program. Before logical security control can be designated, the project design team must first be aware of the significant risk to which the system may be exposed. The degree of risk will have an impact on the types of logical security control that need to be designed into the system, as well as the number of control and their relative strategies. Here is system board average warrant the time and resources to design a grade of robust logical security control than a low-risk system. Next, A. Logical security design. Identification of the significant risk facing a system can best be accomplished through a formal risk assessment process because many internal and external auditors prefer risk assessment document as a standard part of the audit process. They can be an excellent resource to a system design team for assistance in performing a formal risk assessment, since members of a design team usually include a representative from a significant impact area of the organization who are experts in the respective field. The team will likely be able to identify most of the significant business risks. Two techniques can be designed in a system to control system security administration activities. 1. Program the system to request a recon system security administrator to confirm any attention, change, and deletion of user ID and their access and capabilities, and to make change to system operation and security parameter. 2. Program the system to log all entire system security related event and implement producer where the log is reviewed regular for usual or unauthorized activity, preferably by the manager of the system security administrator. Next, B. Bringing a new system to life. After programming and installation have been complete, a system security administrator or installation technique, intelligence, and execution program deactivated the system for the first time. The system shall be programmed to recognize a system user ID and mail password. The system user ID and mail password shall be specified in the system documentation. In the event the system needs to be reinitialized at a later date. 5. Common customizable system-wide security parameters include 1. Minimum password length, 2. Password expansion period, 3. Number of contacts used when sign on under hour before suspending a user ID, 4. Time of day and day of week the user can sign on, 5. Period of inquiry allowed for a user is automatically signed off. Next, C. User ID and password. As can be seen from the preceding illustration of logical security control in a newly installed system. User ID in conjunction with password form one of the most common and critical types of logical security control. Hence, user ID and password are reliable in virtually every computer system requiring at least some form of security. Without them, almost anyone can access in information system and perform unsecurity and transaction, gain unauthorized access to information, damage data and program data files, and add, change, and delete user and user access capabilities, make unauthorized change to system operation and security parameters, and form a merit to of other undesired activities. The remote access control. The three security goals of request are to perfect 1. Mechanism for authentication in order to establish the identity of the sender. 2. Mechanism for integrity in order to reliably determine that has not been modified during transit from its software to in destination. 3. Mechanism for confidentiality in order to transmit that can be used only by its intended recipient and not by any unauthorized interpreter. These goals are achieved primarily through the use of encryption and digital certificates. Next, a system security administration. System security administration is the process for an information system and protect against unauthorized access and accident or intelligent exclusion or alternation. How the enable local security control or administration after the system has been implemented is equally as critical as the design of the logical control security. Next, F bar transfer flow. Many types of firms with a wire transfer from many types of firms such as land firm can be costly to financial institutions. Some land firms sometimes take months or years to reach significant proportions, while others require the perpetrator to expend a great deal of efforts in preparing false documents to prevent detection while trying to carry on their normal duties.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you understand what we're talking about. See you next time.